Hossin is PlanetSide 2's first new continent since release, an arena of tenebrous swampland, multifaceted base layouts, and bioluminescent planets. While the open spaces of Esamir and Amarish favor vehicle play, Hossin is the playground for infantry. Emerald will start from the eastern warp gate as the new conglomerate, and Connery will begin at the western warp gate as the Vanu sovereignty. The first lane just above the neutral warp gate in the south is the only starting fight with no neutral base to separate the combatants. SRP Nanite Relay Station and Four Fingers are both sprawling, asymmetrical, and difficult to defend due to their capture points being a good distance away from the defender's spawn room. This lane will be decided on which server can gain control of the other's capture point faster and hold on before the defenders can make it to the point in force. Moving north, Hunter's Blind can be a treehouse of horrors if you aren't vertically inclined. This arboreal base can only be accessed from the ground by way of 3 jump pads. Look for each server to try and gain control of the ground around the pads before making a move in force to the point. Fights here are fierce, and players who don't look above and below are easy pickings for light assaults. One of the largest set pieces in PS2, GOURNEY Dam confronts both servers with poisonous water that will kill you instantly, and a maze of paths to the point. The approaches from both warp gates have easy access to a vehicle spawn terminal to pull sunders from, and decent covered areas to park them, but any server that brings a significant air presence here will make the enemy pay dearly to cross the open bridges and catwalks leading to the point. NASON'S Defiance is the central base of the continent, accessed through the lattice's central wheel of bases. The caves beneath the base containing C Point offer a unique fight, but the base is won or lost at B. Already an easy layout for attackers to dig in, B Point rewards them even more with a vehicle and infantry terminal, making it practically a mini-enemy base. NASON'S Defiance, despite its central location, is actually not the keystone of the middle of the map. This small base to the south of Akan is. The victor at Akan Southern Labs not only gains another access to the biolab, they also open a lane directly into the heart of the enemy's territory, with no large outposts to oppose them all the way to the warp gate. An open courtyard surrounded by balconies and easy access from the air make the point here deadly difficult to hold. An island of the familiar in a sea of new bases, Akan is a typical biolab until it comes to its surroundings. Its connecting bases are tucked behind massive rock formations and narrow canyons that leave attackers on the ground highly susceptible to ambush. Unlike most continents, the biolab does not form a choke point in a larger lane, and attackers will still need to push out of the area to secure their territory. Construction Site Beta lies between 2 large outposts on either side. However, capturing this early on can protect or open a vital lane behind KESSEL'S crossing to the north. The A point at this base is very exposed, and an infantry point hold will need to defend from the 2 raised platforms in the corners to succeed. Creative squads will even drive vehicles up to the point room to improve their odds. One of the most unique bases on Hossin, the capture point at KESSEL'S antiquated crossing, lies below the superstructure of the bridge, hidden in a tangle of roots and debris that make close-in fighting a matter of necessity. Vehicle and infantry combat are well separated, so don't be surprised if there are tanks fighting on the bridge itself, while infantry move for the point. The base has good approaches from each warp gate, and both will have equal lanes to A point. There are many different entrances to the point room, and players that don't keep their head on a swivel are likely to lose it quickly. 8 starting fights with very different locations and strategies, spread throughout 8 kilometers of jungle. It will be up to the winner of these first battles to try and capitalize on their position and push the enemy back. Many of these bases become much harder to take once the base is owned by the enemy, so waiting to attack them later in the match is a risky gamble to take.